Hey guys, welcome back to Empowerment Talk and What's Right with Life with Jodie Baudek. I am so honored and so excited for you to meet my soul sister, Shuntella.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
I'm so excited. Like, we were destined to meet each other. We were at same events, sitting in the same aisles for years, and we never met until last January.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was love at first sight.
So it's our reunion.
Yeah, it is.
It's our anniversary.
I love it. And we met at the what's it called? The library? Harold Washington?
Absolutely.
Yeah. She was hosting an event, and I came to it, and it was so funny because we looked at each other and we were like, we're going to talk because this ain't done. You know? Yeah. So she's very humble, and she probably won't tell you all of her stuff, but will you just give them a little bit about where you're going and what you're doing for the world?
Absolutely. Thank you. My name is Shuntella Richardson. I am an international speaker, results coach, and author, and I live here in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah. There's way more, girl. Anyway, she just came off tour, and she was in London and South Africa. Yeah. She is doing some of the most amazing things. And what I love about her, not only is that she's so humble and she's so real, like it's hysterical. Like when we roomed together, where were we? Atlanta. Guys, I am jeans and a t-shirt, and she was ironing her dresses and
steaming.
And I'd go in the closet and I'd be like, what t-shirt am I going to wear today? And she'd be like, oh, I can't believe this. I got to put on a t-shirt, so it was awesome.
3 days worth of t-shirts.
Yes.
I thought I was going to lose my mind.
She would wear her skirt and her blazer with her t-shirt because she was working the event. It was awesome. But you did a really great job. Like, people were coming up to me afterwards and saying, wow, your friend is awesome, because they'd ask questions and I just directed them to you, know, and it's real and it's authentic. And I think that's what the connection is, and why you can reach so many people, because you're just honest, it's really cool. So, if you're open to it, you want to talk about what you have coming up?
Absolutely.
She's like, all right.
So, as we all know, it's 2017, and so many of us are looking really deep into this year. For many entrepreneurs in particular, and a lot of women in particular as well, who are career women, 2016 was a launching pad, and they want to land solidly this year. Somewhere normally between January and December, right? So what I'm up to, I created a movement. It's called Results to Success, which is the name of my company. I'm the CEO of Results to Success. And it is an all-in-one coaching company.
I love it.
So in addition to my speaking, being an author, one of the things that people talked to me about quite a bit was, hey, Shuntella, how can I do what you're doing? How do I go from A to B? And so my goal this year is really to be that conduit for people, to get them from where they are to where they want to be.
Oh, I like it. So with that being said, guys, when she says that she's the conduit, she's not kidding you. Like, it is absolutely beautiful what she's capable of, but she breaks it down so simply that it's like, oh, yeah, why didn't I think about that? and I think that we get so worked up, and that we get so busy in our heads that we don't just take a step back and look at it from a simple perspective, and which I love that you do that.
I think what you just said was that B word. It's a bad word, busy. Busy for most of us mean, hey, I'm doing something. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're being productive. So that's a word, honestly, that I try not to utilize, because busy just means I'm doing everything but what's important for you. Right? For most of us. And so what I found myself doing, and along with other people, we would use that word just to kind of say, hey, I'm up to more important things.
But I don't have to disclose anything.
I don't have to disclose those things. So I'm in action. And at this stage, what I'm finding is that there are so many others who want to be in action as well. And so that's what I'm up to. I'm up to really assisting people to fulfill their dreams and their desires in a way in which they didn't know that they could.
Right.
Like there's always something here. There's something here, and it's stirring. And for many of us, we're waiting for someone to say it's okay.
Oh.
We're waiting for permission.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, you don't need permission. That it's okay for you to say, I'm good enough. And we're waiting on some more information. I'm finding that too. So what I'm finding is that people have a plethora of all these books and CDs, cassettes, 8-tracks if we go way back. But the point of the matter is, we are buried in information, and now it's time to really move forward and put action to all of the information that we already know. We don't need any more information. We need to get into action so that we could get the results that we want for the desires that we deserve.
Yes, and it sounds so simple.
Yeah.
But nobody does it.
No.
It's really amazing. One thing that I found was really fascinating, not only Shuntella's story, but I love how you empower women with money. And I think, if I offend you or if I rattle something inside of you, I'm glad I did, because that conversation with money is really a beautiful thing.
Yes.
And so to be able to teach not just women, but everyone about your finances and the things to look for and how to protect yourself, I think that's beautiful. And thank you for opening that conversation up.
I really appreciate that. I come from Chicago's inner city. I grew up in Inglewood. And when I say I grew up there, it wasn't a drive-by. I was in that community from the time I was 4 years old, going almost 5, until I was a young adult. So I grew up, I saw a lot, I've experienced a lot personally, and I wanted out. And as far as I was concerned, there was 2 ways out: reading, number 1, and 2, money. I didn't know any other ways. So I was an avid reader. My favorite book still today is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I just wanted to burn the ships. I just wanted to burn every ship and make sure that I won the war of moving out of that community and being a resource to this world. To this world. And so when it came to money, I started reading all sorts of books at a young age. And even though I didn't understand everything because I couldn't apply everything, the information was still there. And so by the time I entered into corporate America, I would take 1 to 3%. I started off really small, saving. Specifically in my 401k and then an IRA. Before I knew it, years later, I owned a couple of Liberty Tax Services. So I am surely one of those people where I love good information, and I love information that doesn't necessarily die, that it doesn't exhaust itself. And in this country, as we know, there are 2 things that we're going to do, or that we really care about, and one being our credit, and the second being our taxes. And for many of us, if we realize just simply because you make more money doesn't mean that you necessarily have to pay more taxes. And if you have a tax plan in order, it saves you a lot. So I'm just up to really empowering women to take a step into taking the information that they know and breaking it down in a language so that they don't feel afraid of it.
And a lot of times the language is the perfect word, because so many times if you don't understand the language, you just sit back and you're like, But if you understand the language, then you can take action into it, which is beautiful. It just, I tell you guys beautiful all the time, and I really mean it, because again, when you can make it simple, it's so easy. And then when you learn it, then you can teach somebody else it too.
Absolutely.
And then you break that cycle.
And it's a cycle and a conversation that doesn't only apply to the women here, but all around the world. When I get to travel to other countries, women are having the same conversation. Men are having the same conversation about how to build wealth. And it starts with just basic understanding, basic saving.
I think too there's a psychological